Let's talk to Gareth Wyn Jones, though, farmer, campaigner, a man that we have on this show very often and who's always fighting the good fight against the government, who seems to be continuing to come up with more and more cobblers and more lies about what they want from the farming community. Gareth, very good morning to you. Good to talk to you, sir. Looks nice and sunny down there in Wales, so so the day is afoot. What's happening? Where are we at? There was a meeting last week, wasn't there, that the National Farmers Union basically stormed out of. What's happening now?
We're in the same position again, aren't we? You know that you just can't believe what's happening in this country. The problem I see is that they're not listening to our industry. They're not listening to the people on the ground. We are in dire straits. This industry is struggling, you know, to make money, and they come in with the inheritance tax. Steve Reid has said now they're going to back British produce. They're going to procure British produce. Do you know what? It's why are they, you know, just pulling at strings when we've got people that older people that want to take their own lives before next April. It's ludicrous. You know, if you want to protect our food security in this country, you need to protect the people that are producing it, which is the farmers. It's not coming from factories. It's not Bill Gates, and it's not bloody Amazon, and it's not Tesco's. It's not none of these people that are producing this food. It's the farmers, and they're the people, the family farms that we need to protect for future generations.
Yeah. Is there anything you can make out of all this money they've suddenly discovered to send to the defence budget? Because, I mean, it looks to me like the 500 million they want from you guys is a drop in the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's peanuts, mate. It's peanuts. And you know what? The sadness is that they're giving 500, well, nearly 600 millions abroad to agricultural development of sustainable food production. That money should be staying in this country. You know, don't tax the farmers and don't give the money away. Charity starts at home. Yeah, exactly right. And exactly, it's a zero-sum game, because whatever they get from the farmers in the UK, they're giving it away to climate change rubbish in foreign fields, in Africa, South America, Asia. You know, it just doesn't make any sense, except for the fact that if you think they hate farmers, that's the only explanation. Well, I tend to agree with you. You know, I'll be honest with you, I thought we needed a new government. I thought we needed, you know, a little bit of a shake-up. And the way that Keir Starmer stood in that NFU, say how he was going to protect family farms and how he was going to watch after us. And the first budget comes out, 20% inheritance tax. And you know what? They'll say what they want, but they're not very good at maths. Honestly, they are not very good at maths. And Rachel Reeves has messed up. And anybody with any little fraction of honesty would put their hands up in the air and say, do you know what, we have got this wrong. Let's readdress it. Now, if they wanted to protect family farms, and I'll tell you, this is something that everybody needs to understand. We have a 1% return on our investments. Our working capital is what's behind me. That's the land that produces affordable food for the people. Now, if this government was going to protect family farms, they would have lifted that threshold up to 10, 11, or maybe even 15 million. So they can hit the Dysons and the Clarksons. If that's what they're after, they can do that. That doesn't bother me. But there's one thing that they haven't looked at and they need to look at. So now if I pass away, my son is just over there. He's 26 and he is working his cotton socks off. You know, he's just started to come onto the farm. My father's 88. And he still hopes he's going to die before April so everything can be settled. But what I'm saying to you, if I have the opportunity to hand this down to my son as a working farm, and this is really important, as a farm that's producing food, I'm not selling it for development or solar panels. If I can prove I'm keeping this farm just for food production as a business to keep people fed affordably in the UK, don't tax them family farms. Leave them alone, because what you're going to get from them is nothing but despair and people not going to come into the industry. Do you think a 26-year-old wants to come in with a 20% headache on top of everything that we've got? our investment goes into the farm every year. I've worked this land all my life. My family's been on it 375 years. I do not want to be the last generation. I want to be producing lamb and beef and vegetables for people to eat healthily, sustainably, affordably. We need the government to listen and to start to readdress this ludicrous policy.
No, I totally agree with you. There's a boy on the front page of Daily Express today. I don't know if you've seen it, Gareth.
I have, yeah.
A young boy by the name of Leo Aveling. He's written to the Chancellor a brilliant letter in which he says, I'm a farmer who knows how to grow food. I would be heartbroken with the government if we were forced to sell the farm to pay the inheritance tax bill. You know, yeah. I mean, it comes to something when you've got a government that's so callous and so hateful that they won't even take notice of an 8-year-old boy. I mean, how awful is that?
And it's not just that 8-year-old boy. There's a speech yesterday. A farmer spoke yesterday about his mother in the 90s, worked all her life, yeah. You know, that she hasn't passed things on, and she wants to die before April. People want to go from this world before April so they can protect their children. That's not how people should be ending their lives. No. And not thinking about, you know, money. This is all a money grab. And the scary bit is, you know, there'll be more land for sale, and these big oligarchs and these big Bill Gates will be able to come in and swoop this land away from us, and we will lose our food security. We need to protect farmers and the people on the land to make sure we are producing affordable food for the nation. Yeah, totally right. Couldn't agree with you more. Gareth, good to talk to you, and good luck with it all. We'll keep fighting for you as well. Gareth Wyn Jones on this ridiculous inheritance tax situation going on.